Hello people, welcome to another video. We are 10 days out from our first ever marathon. So, stupidly, I signed up last night. So I've literally got 10 days to get ready for this. And the reason why that's stupid, because if you follow me, you'll know that I'm really into running anyway. So obviously I'm not like conditioned for marathon distance. The furthest I've ever ran is 27k. But realistically, if all things were going well, I could probably condition myself to get to that pretty quickly, or at least like get myself over the line in a marathon. But as you might have just seen on the channel or on all my social medias, I was recently in Ibiza, and I think it goes without saying that when you go to Ibiza, it's pretty rare that you come back feeling 100%. And put it this way, it's the second time I've been and it's 2-0 to Ibiza. So I've been a write-off for the last few days. Today's Thursday. I landed early hours Sunday morning. And this is my first time doing anything. So I basically just had a few days in bed, really struggling to even get about the house. I'm out on a dog walk right now. As you can see, there's the puppy boy having a little stroll. Yeah, I'm on a dog walk right now, so it feels so nice to get fresh air, but if the run was today, I'd have no chance. So, tag along, see how I get on this 10-day journey from here. And hopefully, by the end of this video, I'll have completed my first marathon, going from the Chester Marathon it is. But it's actually, I think it's really interesting because it's quite a flat course, and part of it goes into Wales, around like just north of Wrexham. So I'm really intrigued to see how that is. I'm really excited for it. But if I feel like this, then I won't be so happy. Right, so stay tuned. Let's see what happens. Hello then people. Not really too sure if you can hear this, but I'm 5 days out now. Just doing a little bike ride, trying to use the lungs a bit. So scary because the last update was 10 days out. So I'm halfway there and I'm not really much better. I've done one run with my dog, it was 2k. I put the stats on the screen, 2 kilometers, and it was slower than my target marathon pace. So it's not looking good. Goal is tomorrow to do a 12k, see how that goes. So yeah, 5 days out, doing a very short bike ride now. Try and get rid of some of the mucus in my lungs. See how we're going tomorrow. So I've just finished at 12k now. Average pace of 6:10, which is a little bit quicker than what I was aiming for. I was aiming for 6:24, which would get me a 4:30 marathon. So there's good and bad in that. The bad first is that it's actually really hard to pace yourself. Or at least I found it hard to pace myself at that sort of pace, because I naturally want to go quicker. Like, I checked my average speed at about 3k in. I was doing like 5:57, and it felt like I was doing like 6:30s. The good is obviously I'd rather have it that way round, then I can't run fast enough. But I mean, at first I was struggling. Where I live is quite hilly, so coming out the hills, going up the hills, I mean, I was probably running too fast, and that made it hard. But I definitely could do a half marathon at that pace right now. But it's just obviously that 30 to 40k, which is the question mark. The thing I wanted to learn on this run, the main reason for this run was to learn where my body was at. And what I've learned is that my body's feels quite a bit ahead of yesterday. So that's a good sign, because I've still got 4 more days to get there. This will be my last run. Unless I do a little activation run, I might do like 4 or 5k the day before the marathon. So the run is tomorrow. I'm actually like exactly 21 hours out from the start. Just thought I'd do sort of a little activation run, because I found I've been feeling so much better when I run or when I go on the bike compared to not running. So I'm training any cardio. So probably just do like 3k I'm actually doing an old route from when I started running. I think it's kind of funny how this used to be such a hard run for me, no matter what pace. And now I'm like, not quite fully over this flu. I'm being careful about a marathon tomorrow, and it's like my warm-up jog. So, at least that's an amazing sign of how far I've come in a few years. But yeah, 19 hours out. I'll finish this, then I'll head up to Chester for the night. See you in a bit. It's 9:15, the night before the marathon. We've got a couple of minor dilemmas and one major dilemma. So, long story short, I came up earlier after that last clip, after the run. Got showered, got ready, came up. I'm in Wrexham now, I'm in my hotel. Got my numbers, and long story short, they're now in a stranger's house whose phone's been robbed, so I can't get in contact with her. So, literally only me. I don't know how I've got myself in this situation. But that's the update on the race numbers. Other than that, I need to get some food, which I'll do a Tesco trip now, and I need some petrol because my tank is empty. But the big issue is that my number and Pricey's number, that's my mate, he's on his way up from Bromsgrove now. I've still not told him. They're in some stranger's house in Chester. So I literally don't know how I'll get myself into these situations, but I do know that it's like, you know, those things where you're like, when will I learn? Anyway, I'm gonna pop to Tesco now, get some breakfast for tomorrow, get some bananas and stuff. I've got some snacks ready. Pop to petrol station, refuel, and then the only dilemma then is race numbers. So I'll keep you updated. Got some really good news. It's currently 20 to 11. But I got the numbers. Got the fucking numbers. All right, we're ready for race day. Let's have it. Back to Wrexham. Let's go. So we've got the race numbers. Pricey and Joanna are here. How are you two feeling for tomorrow?
Yeah, good, mate. Loving it.
Yeah, Joanna, you ready to support? Mm-hmm. That literally hit me in the neck. So, I've just woken up not long ago. The time is currently 6:43 a.m. So I woke up at 6. Just had 2 porridges in there. I've had 1 banana. And that's it, that's all I've had. So I've just packed this pretty much. I've currently got 9 different items of carbs. So I've got a bar in there. I think I've got like 5 gels in that bottom pocket, and then a banana and 2 bars or something like that in that pocket. And this will be like my litter pocket, because I hate littering whilst running, so I was putting my rubbish in there, and then when I run past the bin I can then throw it, you know, in the bin. And then in here I've got GoPro, so that's what I'll be kind of vlogging the run on. Headphones, and if I can reach it, spare GoPro battery. So that's what I'll be carrying with me on the run. I've not filled up my bladder yet, but as you can imagine, I'm going to put a litre in there, and that's it. Then I'm ready to rock and roll. Only needs a litre, just because I can then refill it, can't I, as I go around, or even I'll probably be drinking from the water that they're giving, and then that litre's just like the necessary. So it's probably going to weigh about 2 kilos in total, maybe like 2.5. But I'd rather have that than not have water when I want it, basically, and then be necking it when I get given a bottle. So yeah, the bag's good to go.
Just over 3 minutes. So this is it, as Simon said, months and months of training.
Over 5,000 people. We've got about 4 minutes till we start. Look at that. So we've just hit 10k. pretty much bang on target, a few seconds ahead.
Really good.
On average.
Well done. You got this.
Yeah. It's like from 8k to now, you've really noticed people being less chatty. It's like getting to serious time. So, yeah. Out of England. Just got out of England. But this is taking ages. Welcome to Wrexham. Right, in Wales now. That's 15k. So far so good. So, just hit 26k on the watch. Fortunately, Pricey's had to pull out because his ankle was really hurting. So, from about 17k to 22, we walked for most of it. But anyway, 26k in now, feeling decent. The next 14k will be hard. See how we get on. So, 35.5k in now. It's getting really hard. Seeing a lot of people dropping out. It's kind of the last 2-3k. The issue's kind of gone from my heart rate to like just cramping like crazy. So that's the big issue now. But yeah, 7k to go, something like that. Literally just hitting mile 22. So 4 miles to go. It's not far, but I'm not able to run that much, so we'll get it done. Let's see how we get on. And get it done we did. As you can see here, I put it up on the screen. I managed to finish it in an official time of 4 hours, 53 minutes and 15 seconds. Although like that literally was not easy at all. After that last clip you watched, when I was like 35k in or 36k in, I started cramping really, really hard. So I physically couldn't go any quicker because if I stretched the legs, they started cramping. And on top of that, another thing that was really bad was my stomach was cramping as well. So I couldn't take on any more gels or anything. I could really feel my body was depleted of energy. So I could have done without that as well. If you look at these pictures here, this is in the last 2 kilometres where I just went full send, didn't really care about the consequences. And you can probably tell my face is showing that. Pricey in the end, talking about him, he ended up messaging me. He was like, mate, I'm not going to pull out. So I was like, send it, like, see you at the finish line. And he managed to cross the line in 5 hours 32. Go on, Pricey! Go on! Go on, mate!
Come on, then! Come on! Well done!
Now, Chester's got a 6 hour cut-off. So that's absolutely perfect because he managed to get it done. It's now 8 days after the marathon. And to be honest, I've been back to training normally for the last 4 days. I'd say I had about 2 days of really bad DOMs in the calves where I couldn't really do much. And then I've just been training ever since that like normal. The only thing that's still upset is my toenails, and one in particular is in a really bad way. So I'm not willing to share that on this platform. So unfortunate for you toe lovers. But yes, it's not looking good. That being said, it is obviously improving, but it's 8 days later and it's still not great. So we'll see what I can do about that. I think moving forwards for my next marathon, definitely 4:30s on the cards, 100%. If I get my nutrition right, my fueling right for the race, then I shouldn't be having the cramping. I need to figure out why my toe got obliterated, because that's far from ideal as well. But I think my sub 4:30, and the main thing, I didn't really train, did I? So that would be a big game changer, I would say. But you guys who have watched all the way to the end of the video, thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this type of content. Obviously, it's not so much a racing, but the YouTube, I want it to be more my life. And the truth is, like, day to day, I'm training a lot. So it's not always driving around in race cars. That's
really not happening that often. That's just the reality of being a driver. But if you like this sort of content, let me know in the comments. If you don't like this content, then don't watch it. Unlucky, because I'm going to keep posting it. But everyone who's watched this far, thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all soon.